Hi guys, my name is Steph. Today has been a really sucky day. This whole week's kind of sucked, to be perfectly honest with you. But I am on annual leave. I was hoping to get some content filmed, um, as if I'm a real booktuber. But just get things filmed, upload stuff to my channel. So that is why we're here today, even though I'm feeling very crappy about life. Um, this is just going to be a book haul of the books I've accumulated in the last month or so. Obviously, I have a book buying problem, so there is quite a few books. Some of these were gifted to me. Quite a Some of these were gifted, some of these were secondhand, but I will go through each book and where I bought it and the rough pricing of it as we go along in this video. So, I don't even know where to start. I don't know where to start. Let's just start with my Big W books first. So, I went to Big W the other day looking for one specific book, and thankfully it was in stock like they said it was online, and it is The Stolen Heir by Miss Holly Black. I have such fond memories of reading the Folk of the Air trilogy for the first time, and wanting that series to never stop, and I just wanted to keep going and keep going. So I'm so glad that we are continuing the series. Basically, without giving too many spoilers away for the first three books, this follows our main character from the first series, Jude. This follows her younger brother. So Jude is a human in a Fae world. Her brother is a Fae. And I think at the end of the series, he ends up spending time in the human world. So it could be like a reversal situation where he spends more time in the human world than the Fae world, whereas Jude spent more time in the Fae world than the mortal world. Whatever. We'll see how it goes. But I think this is $16 from Big W, so I was really excited, and it is going to match the other books on my shelves perfectly. So I'm really happy that I got that. I also found King of Wrath by Anna Huang. I have not read any books from the Twisted series. I've got Twisted Love, Game, Hate, and Lies. I haven't read any of them yet, so I obviously had to pick up the first book in her newest series because it was $12. Self-Control cannot be found in this building. This book I wasn't expecting to see. I know that it made its rounds through a subscription box. I don't know if it was Fairy Loot or Owlcrate, I don't remember, but it is. So this is Ever After by F.T. Lukens. And obviously I'm such a sucker for an illustrated cover. I'm such a sucker for a male romance, and apparently, I think I'll get into this a little bit later, I'm starting to jump back on my fantasy bandwagon, so we'll see. This basically follows two boys. So this one guy, Eric, is the king, but only Eric and his mage know. So his mage name is Matt, so Eric and Matt. They're the only two that know that even though Eric is king, he still needs to get married by his 18th birthday or he's gonna die. And Eric's got 3 months to find his one true love, save his life, get married. And the only person who knows that any of this is happening is his mage, Matt. So I'm very excited. I can't. This cover is so cute. So I'm trying to drink more water during my time off. I don't know how big this is. I'd say it's less than a liter, maybe 700 mils. And I go through about 3 or 4 of these a day. I'm trying really hard to stay hydrated. So those are only 3 books from Big W, I believe. So we will move on to my next stack, which is going to be Amazon books. So I always I'd say at least, I can't believe I'm saying this. I think at least once a week I'll buy myself a book from Amazon. Generally within the $10 to $20 budget. I try and keep it, I know I'm gonna buy a book every single week. I know that is just my life now. I know I cannot stop myself from buying books. But I feel like just letting myself buy one book from Amazon a week, is some semblance of self-control. So the 3 books I have got Never Lie by Frida McFadden. I read The Housemaid last year, end of last year, December. Loved it. So I've got one other Frida McFadden book, and then I picked up this one because this plot just sounds really interesting to me. So this couple are looking for their dream home. They visit a manor that used to belong to a psychiatrist who vanished without a trace 4 years earlier. The woman Trisha, she finds audio transcripts of the psychiatrist's patients, and I just think that's very interesting. So I've got that one. Probably just before ordering that one, I also ordered You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince. This was the last book my last Christmas read that I read for 2022. We follow a rich guy named Matthew Prince and a not rich guy, just like an average guy who has to work for his money and his opportunities, named Hector. They meet and stay together at Matthew's grandparents' house, and while Matthew came across as so unbearable at the start, it really, really turned around. Like, I didn't even consider this until after I'd finished it, because I read it on audio first and then I bought the physical book. But it compares it to Schitt's Creek and Red, White, and Royal Blue, and it is definitely Schitt's Creek vibes. I can completely understand where that comparison comes from. So if you like Schitt's Creek and you love David, I would say that you're probably going to end up liking Matthew Prince as well. And the last Amazon book I have to show you is Two Wrongs Make a Right by Chloe Liese. I read, where is it on my shelves? Oh, I don't know where it is on my shelves. It was called The Mistletoe Motive. It was a Christmas novel that I read, obviously, in the Christmas season, around December, and I really, really enjoyed it. It was I think it was like a 4.5 or a 5-star Christmas novella, and I found out that this was her latest release about these two that are, they think they're wrong for each other. They don't want to be together, but their friends keep trying to like play Cupid and set them up and get them to go on dates, or like planning an outing, and then everyone backs out except for these two, and they decide, you know what, we are just going to fake date, and then we're going to fake break up, and they're all going to feel so bad for forcing us into this. But it is a romance, so obviously they're going to end up liking each other along the way. Next I have a book from Dimmix. It is Shipwrecked by Olivia Dade. Have I read her other two books? Have I read All the Feels or Spoiler Alert? I haven't. They're on my shelf, so I had to buy this one, obviously. And I bought this one with the gift card that my KK at work got me. So thank you, Nat, for my beautiful Christmas present. Actually, I don't even know what this book is about. I don't even know what it is about. So One Night Stand. Actors that get into a one night stand, she leaves, Maria leaves without a word. And now these two, Maria and Peter, realize that they're going to be co-stars, I'm guessing on a TV show, and they're going to be filming together for the next 6 years. So yeah, cool. I do love, like, I love the trope of like a one night stand, one of them escapes, doesn't say a word, just leaves, and then they get stuck together. I love. I'm just gonna put these books on the floor because they're kind of piling up around my bed. I don't relate to you. Wow. I don't relate to you, no. Next. I've got two books that I bought from Facebook Marketplace because I just knew, I saw them, I've been interested in them for a couple months now, and I knew that if I didn't get them now on Facebook Marketplace and I wanted to buy them later down the track, I'd be looking at paying twice as much. So I got these two, I think it was $30 for the both of them plus shipping. It is a duology, so we have got Black Sunshine, and then we have got, what's it called, The Blood is Love by Karina Hale or Halle. Could be one or the other. These are vampire romances. I'm not 100% sure on the plot. I know that I've heard it's best to go in blind with these ones. But I think it's about, like, she's kidnapped by a vampire and she's freaking out, and obviously, like, then you find out the reason he's kidnapped her, and I'm pretty sure it's because, like, they have some sort of connection, or like she's also a vampire, or her ancestors were vampires or something. I'm not entirely sure, but $30 for the two of these. And I think I'm hopefully going to try and read these ones this week before I go back to work. Next, I've got 3 books that I picked up from Collins bookstore in the town that I work in. I don't even remember why I went there that day. I think it was a Saturday. I was sitting at home. I was bored. I had money. And I thought, let's go. I haven't been to that bookstore in ages. So I picked up for $19. We've got Fat Chance, Charlie Vega. I have, again, been wanting to read this for years. This was released in 2021, so a year and a bit ago. But for the longest time, I could only ever find this in a hardcover, and the hardcovers, obviously, hardcovers in Australia are so expensive, like ridiculously expensive, like $40 plus if you're looking to buy it from a proper bookstore. Even from Amazon, I think it was $30 something for the hardcover of this, and I just wasn't committing to it. Basically, we have got a fat girl, and it is a YA, and I don't even know what it's about, but like, I'm here for it. Coming of age, or like a family story, or a love story, I don't care, but I'm really excited, and like, she's so cute. She's so cute. I wish I had brown eyes, dude. Like, and I wish I had darker skin and nice hair that was stayed in curl. I wish I was her. Anyway, sorry. Next I picked up Not My Problem by Sierra or Kiara. I think it's Kiara Smith. This one was also $19. This is going to be the dumbest reason I've ever purchased a book. That's probably a lie. I'm sure I've bought books for much dumber reasons than this, but I was doing a thing a couple weeks ago where I was going through Instagram posts and like taking screenshots of books that Aquarians will enjoy, because I'm an Aquarius, and this was one of the books. And when I saw it, I was like, so that's why I picked it up. Something about, I don't actually know. I have no idea what this is about. So if you do, let me know, because I'm too lazy to read it. And the last one I got from Collins is Finlay Donovan is Killing It. This one had a blue sticker on it, which meant I think it was like 20% off or something, or 25% off. So that one, it came down to like $18 from 23. I know that this is about an author, I believe, who's at a cafe and she's having this conversation, and this woman overhears her and assumes that Finlay is a hitwoman and tries to hire her to kill her husband, but like, she's just an author, so I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm very excited. Next, okay, let's get into these ones next. Next I went to sorry. I went secondhand shopping with my mum the other day. So at one store I found 2 YA books. I think they were 50 cents each, maybe. I think it was, most books, like, they're always $1, but this was a New Year sale, so they were 50% off. So the first one I have is Whisper to Me by Nick Lake, and I'm pretty sure I've owned the arc of this before, but I unhauled it because it sounds really dumb, I don't always feel comfortable reading an arc. Like, I don't, just in case things have changed. But it was 50 cents. And the other one I have is one by Sarah Crossan. I haven't read this. I read this ages ago. I think I borrowed it from the library back in the day. And I enjoyed it, and it was 50 cents, so I picked it up. It's a free verse poetry told story about these 2 conjoined twins, and them considering getting the surgery to separate them. The next 2 books I also bought from secondhand stores, but I already owned them. Let me just get into it. So the first one I have is Eleanor and Park. So this was $2. It is the hardcover, right? I don't even know what she looks like. Oh, she's kind of boring. I know Rainbow Rowell is being cancelled, and I know we don't like her anymore, but I've only ever owned the paperback version, because that's what's available. That was what came out at Big W in Australia, so that's what I picked up. But like, the hardcover is so much more beautiful, and for $3, like, this is getting unhauled. And I'm gonna keep the hardcover that I found for $2. I feel like I've finally become that bitch. Now that I have money and I have a job, I can be picky about what covers and what editions I have on my shelves, which I hate that about myself. It's really annoying. It's very, like, flaunty. I don't love that about myself now, but I can do this with my current financial situation, so I am. The next one I found was The Girls by Emma Cline. This hardcover was $3. Let's see what she looks like. She's pretty. She's very pretty. Yeah, $3 for this hardcover. And I bought this one to replace the paperback. Like, again, compare the pair. I think this is probably going to fit with the vibe of the book more. I'm pretty sure this book is about, like, a cult. So this kind of looks more like a cult cover. This looks more like a YA contemporary after we've just graduated high school, but it's so much more beautiful. So this is getting unhauled. This is staying on my shelves. The last two books I have are probably the ones I'm most excited for. So my best friend Sarah went to America for 2 weeks to spend time with her fiance, and she brought me back some books from Barnes and Noble. So the first one, and I asked her to get these for me like months before she went, so she really she remembered. She's a true bro. The first one I asked her to get me was Belladonna by Adeline Grace, because end pages beautiful, but also this is such a beautiful naked hardcover. So she got me that one, which I'm again obsessed with. And she also got me this Vicious Grace by Emily Thiede. And I don't know anything about this book. I know Kayla enjoyed it, and I put it on my TBR, and I never went back to it. So we've got some beautiful end pages in this one as well. And then the actual cover, we've got an embossed foiled lemon, which is also on the cover, so I'm guessing it's going to be relevant to the plot somehow. They are just such beautiful additions, and I'm just so thankful that my best friend got these for me. So if Sarah ever watches this, many thank yous, my love. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna stop filming for today, just because my mood is going to be very inconsistent. Like, I'm starting to get really sad, so I'd rather just stop filming. But anyway, thanks for being here, guys.